guys, I'm finally getting around to doing a video review or a video taste test of my Motueka fresh hop pale ale. I think I said on my last video that it had been 3 weeks in the bottle, but I just checked and it's actually been 4 weeks. So I've taken the liberty of pouring it up in advance. So there it is there. So I poured that up probably about 5 minutes ago. It's got a nice little head on the top, not huge, probably a little finger, but it's got some nice tightly packed sort of almost creamy looking bubbles on the top. It's got a nice sort of burnt orange colour, and if you're thinking it maybe looks very similar to the Supercharger clone, that would be because it's actually got the same base as the Supercharger. I just decided to go with that, which is sort of mainly Gladfield's ale malt and then a smaller amount of medium crystal and then a small amount of the Gladfield's toffee malt. So yeah, I really enjoyed that base on that beer, so I thought I'd stick with that. Had a tiny bit of Pacific Jade added in at 60 minutes just to, you know, get an initial bit of bittering and keep the IBUs up, and then there's 500 grams of the fresh Motueka, so I added 100 grams, sorry, just double check, I knew I would forget, yeah, so it was 100 grams of fresh Motueka at 15 minutes from flame out, 150 at 5 minutes, and then the remaining 250 at 0 minutes for like a whirlpool slash hop stand. So with the hop stand, because I did that at 100 degrees, or starting at 100 degrees for 20 minutes, I worked out that the beer is probably around 40 IBUs. So it's not too bad, not overly bitter. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So yeah, just those 3 malts and a little bit of Pacific Jade, and the rest is all Motueka. So it's looking good. Yeah, 4 weeks in the bottle. It's come straight out of the fridge. I probably should have let it warm up a bit, but anyway, getting a nice sort of it's not citrusy, it's more of a florally sort of perfumey sort of aroma. Yeah, a little bit of underlying citrus, but yeah, there's more of a florally sort of hard to sort of explain, if that makes any sense. Not picking up much in the way of the malts, but we'll dive in, guys. Cheers to you all. It's been a long time. I did a Motueka smash 2 years ago, which I really enjoyed, and it's just brought back memories of that, just having this now. It's yeah, there's definitely more citrus in the taste, but yeah, it's got that sort of twist of yeah, sort of a fragrant, sort of florally sort of hop flavour there as well. Not getting the sort of, yeah, there's a sort of a touch of lemon there as well, but I know the description for it is sort of quite intensely lemon citrus sort of thing, but I'm not really getting that, to be honest. There's a real nice juicy character to the hops though when you take a mouthful. It's more of I'd say it's more of a tropical sort of hop flavour than a sort of a all-out citrus. You know, more of your sort of maybe a touch of pineapple. Maybe even a bit of like melon in there as well. I'm getting those sort of flavours rather than your sort of big punchy, grapefruits and orange and that type of thing. The bitterness is good. You get that up front, and then that dies away really nice and smooth. I've only done one other fresh hop beer. That was last year. I did the Nelson, and I sort of screwed up the IBUs a bit, or it ended up being too bitter. I think because I dumped a boatload of fresh hops in it at the end of flame out, and that just added a little bit too much in the way of bitterness to the final beer. But this has got a much nicer, more moderate sort of bitterness, which is really nice. It's real nice and easy drinking. It's getting up to, I think it's 6%, and then with the bottle conditioning it's about 6.5%. But it's an easy drinker at that. What else can I say? Oh, the malts. It's got a real nice sort of malty sort of backbone there. Some nice sweetness, but not too much. It's quite subdued again. Getting a little, sort of caramel sweetness, I guess, with the toffee and the crystal combined. Yeah, that's nice. Everything seems to be a nice balance, would be a good way to put it. It's hoppy, but it's not so hoppy that the malts are in the background. You can't really taste them. You can definitely still taste the malts alongside the hops. So I'm happy from that perspective. I guess I'm a little bit disappointed. Maybe it didn't have a bit more sort of citrus character to it. Yeah, it's definitely more floral. I don't know whether it's because I use fresh hops, and there was bits of leaf and twig in there, that it's got that sort of more perfumey, sort of floral sort of edge to it. But yeah, it's nice. It's not in a horrible it's not a grassy sort of way. It's definitely a lot better than when I first tried it. I think I tried it was still too young. I think the beer was still aging and developing. So yeah, I think actually, so this is 4 weeks old. So I think in another couple of weeks it'll even be more sort of balanced and a more rounded sort of beer. It's holding that sort of nice little head, and there's some nice glass lacing as well. So yeah, nice looking beer in the glass, and definitely getting more or different aromas coming off as it warms up. So I'll be interested to see what any other people that try it think of it, just to get some feedback. So yeah, okay guys, that's me done. I've got my Pot Kettle Black, the black IPA, that's been in the bottle almost a week, so I'll probably do a review of that in a week's time. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and we'll catch you later. Over and out guys, cheers.